Immortal humans in the world who actually exist. 1. Betty Lou Oliver. In July 1945, New York City witnessed a dense fog that made flying extremely risky, so much so that a plane actually flew into the Empire State Building. It took the lives of 14 people and threw the elevator operator Betty Lou Oliver out of the elevator car from the 80th floor. Betty suffered injuries and was placed in another elevator car by first aid workers to be transported to the ground floor. However, even the second elevator fell 75 stories and landed in the basement. To everyone's astonishment, Betty also survived the second fall and lived to tell the unbelievable tale. 2. Hugh Glass. Hugh Glass was an American explorer, who was famously portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant. In the early 1800s, he left on an expedition to the River Missouri along with a group of other explorers. He was attacked by Arikara warriors and survived the incident. Further, the man was scouting for game when he unknowingly disrupted a grizzly bear and her cubs, and the bear lunged at him, mauled him, and forced him to the ground. However, Glass eventually gained consciousness and realized that his men had abandoned him. To everyone's disbelief, he picked himself up from his grave and crawled his way back to civilization. 3. Roy Sullivan. Roy C. Sullivan has garnered many unusual nicknames like Human Lightning Conductor and Human Lightning Rod. That's because this former park ranger was hit by lightning on many occasions and miraculously survived all of them. Sullivan was first hit in 1942 when he was trying to escape a thunderstorm and ended up burning a half-inch strip all along his right leg. After that, he experienced several lightning strikes in 1969, 1970, 1972, 1973, 1976, and 1977, and had one narrow escape when his wife got struck instead. He survived them all and lived up to the age of 71 when he took his own life. 4. Gene Roddenberry. Gene Roddenberry is known for being the creator of Star Trek, the iconic sci-fi TV and film series. This man just might have been immortal as he miraculously survived plane crashes on 3 different occasions. In 1943, his plane overshot the runway and took the lives of 2 men, but Roddenberry survived. During the next incident, he was flying as a passenger in a commercial plane and survived the fall. The final incident was the worst of them all, as the flight collapsed in the Syrian desert, but once again, Roddenberry escaped unharmed. When he passed away in 1991, his ashes were flown into space on the Space Shuttle Columbia. 5. Roy Benavides. Roy Benavides was a member of the United States Army Special Forces. In 1965, Roy stepped on a landmine during patrol, and despite surviving the incident, he was told he would never be able to walk again. Unbelievably enough, Roy regained his ability to walk, and by 1968, this almost immortal man had returned on the field in Vietnam. He was involved in an intense battle against 1,000 North Vietnamese soldiers, in which he suffered severe injuries and 37 shrapnel blows. He was assumed to have lost his life during this combat and was zipped up in a body bag. To everyone's utter surprise, Roy emerged from the bag, having cheated the Grim Reaper yet again. 6. Brian Blessed. Brian is a former English actor, writer, TV presenter who could just be immortal. Brian has managed to scale Mount Everest a whopping 3 times, without supplemental oxygen. He has also scaled the tops of Aconcagua and Mount Kilimanjaro and went on an expedition in the jungles of Venezuela, where he miraculously survived a plane crash. Brian is also the oldest man to reach the North Magnetic Pole on foot and claimed to have punched an aggressive polar bear in the nose.